All right, thanks for tuning in to a special edition of Leading Forecast, and we're talking about Hurricane Irene today. Let's go on down. You can see here's Irene down here, just to the north of the Dominican Republic. Um, right now, as of 11 a.m., the position was 20.5 north, 71.0 west, with maximum sustained winds of 100 miles per hour and wind gusts of 120 miles per hour. It's moving west northwest at 11 miles per hour. Minimum pressure is at 980 millibars or 28.93 inches here. It has been falling over the past several days, obviously, as this hurricane starts to take shape. Going on over, I wanted to show you this is the close-up satellite here, and you can see an eye trying to form here in the center of circulation here in Irene. Right now, because down here is the Dominican Republic and Haiti. It's having trouble with the mountainous terrain here, and it's trying to pull in so it can kind of close everything off here. But it's having an issue. I think over the next 24 hours, once it finally pulls away from Haiti and really starts being able to pull in more moisture and more energy, and the mountains aren't hindering it, I think we'll see more of a closed eye, and it'll allow the storm to really start to strengthen. Going on over, this is the infrared satellite, and you can see all the convection going on here. And of course, your eyes down here, and like I was saying, you really don't have a lot of convection in this area, and that's because those mountains are kind of blocking a lot of good moisture and energy getting into the storm. But once we do start to see the storm kind of start to come up here, it'll start pulling more moisture off the water here, and that'll give it a lot more energy to really close the eye up. Right now, watches and warnings. We do have hurricane warnings in effect over the northern portion of the Dominican Republic, as well as down through the Bahamas here. We also have a hurricane watch posted for the northern portion of Haiti, as well as up through the northern portions of the Bahamas, and eventually these are going to be spread to the U.S. coastline probably over the next 24 to 48 hours. Probably going to see hurricane watches and warnings extended all the way up through here, and then eventually probably maybe even up the East Coast here. We'll just have to wait and see the exact track of what this storm does. Here's Irene's risk levels here, and you can see right now this is going up through the Bahamas and down through Wilmington, even Cape Hatteras almost, getting in on those extreme and high risk levels here. In fact, we have high risk levels all the way up the East Coast, and in the moderate risk levels all the way up towards Vermont and even towards New York and places like that. This is going to be a storm that comes from down here and just runs right up the coast here and brings damaging winds, rain, a lot of rain, storm surge. There's a lot of different things that we're going to have to watch here as this storm runs up the East Coast. Going on over to the models here, you can see here's Irene. We'll zoom in on this a little bit. Here's Irene down here, and you can see the models have really started trending it off the East Coast. I still think you're going to get it coming up through here and making landfall somewhere in the North Carolina, South Carolina area. We'll have to wait and see exactly how far north and east it goes over the next several days. As far as Irene's effects, we said we would talk about this. You can see, look at this area this is going to affect, all the way from Georgia all the way up into Maine. And we're talking about, winds of 100 miles per hour plus, maybe even, as much as 120 miles per hour with sustained winds here. If this could be a Category 3 at time it makes landfall, which is what they're forecasting. And then once you get up the East Coast here, up the I-95 corridor, you're looking at winds of greater than 50 miles per hour here. And then a lot of flooding rain. And there's places, PA, up towards New York and places like that have seen a lot of rain. And this is, they don't need this rain that's going to be coming up through here with this storm. So, our best scenario here would be if it would take these tracks here where it would track it off the coast and we don't get a main, the eye doesn't make actual landfall. That would be our best track, but I'm just not at this point confident that that's going to happen. So here's your track here. If we can, this actually pulls it in, and if you were to look at the actual track, it brings it and fans it out here, and then this one brings it up and fans it out through here. And so right now we're looking at probably a landfall area right around the Wilmington area and potentially even up towards Cape Hatteras if this thing moves to the east a little bit more. So there's a lot of different factors that are going to go into this. But right now, the North Carolina and northern South Carolina shoreline look to be the place that is going to be hardest hit by this storm, as it could make landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we're going to have a live hurricane update here. I'm going to post the link up here on this leading forecast. Join in. We'll have a chat box if you have questions or anything. We'll take questions after I discuss what's currently going on. Questions, comments, anything you want to put, and we'll try to get through those and we can kind of go back and forth with this. So that's all I really have for now. Till tomorrow, I'm Swift Lead Forecaster Joseph Cooper. Have a great day.